Alright, I'm going to build the train body for the miniature train in Onshape. So first thing I look at here is I see that we need a width of at least 2 inches. We're going to have an overall depth of 5.5 inches. And the height is, well, you got to do a little math here. So I can see that that's, if I doubled that, that's, if I make it 4 or 5 inches tall, I should be good. So that's what I'm going to do. So on my front view, I'm going to create a new sketch and zoom in on that view, and I'm going to draw a rectangle, and that's going to be 2 inches, and I'll just make it 5. Why not? And then I am going to place a point right here, and if I go back to my thing, I can see that from that point I need to go 0.375 up, so I'm going to go 0.375 up, and it's in the center, so from here to here is 0.375, and then from here to here is 1 inch. And then, I'm going to show up something. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this right here. I'm going to extrude this. Let's go to ISO. I want to send it. Yeah, that's the right way. So let's go 5.5 because that's the depth of the train right here, 5.5 inches. And we'll say okay. I'll come around to the back of my train now. So now I'm back on the back side. I'll turn my sketch back on. I'm actually going to work in that sketch, and I am going to draw a circle now right at that point. And the diameter for the circle, since the radius for this arc here is 2.35, I'm going to make it a diameter of 4.7, 2.35 doubled. So if I type in 2.35 times 2, it will do the math for me, so 4.7. There we go. And I'm going to hit a green check. And now I did this just so I can kind of show you how this part here is it's cutting this section off, which is kind of nice. So that's my arc there. It's just an easy way to get that arc on top. Then do the whole feature. Let me see what the hole is. Here in the back, it's a diameter of 0.25, 0.5. Everything is drilled. So it tells you right there, everything is drilled. So we are using the hole feature here. It is blind, it is custom. It is not a counterbore, it's just a simple hole. It's a 0.25 diameter and a 0.5 depth. And it is right there. And go ahead. Now that I actually have something here, I'm going to go ahead and rename this train body. So I actually have a part. And now I'm going to turn this sketch off. And really I'm going to go ahead and turn off all those so they're out of my way. On the front, so here, now I'm on the front, I'm going to create the front part here. So let's come back up here. So I can see I've got a line here that's at 0.875, and then I got a circle. I'm going to draw a circle that has a radius of 0.75 on the front. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick. So zoom out just a little. Let's create a sketch right here, and I'm going to draw a line. And the only thing I don't want to do is like hit this midpoint. So I'm just going to come down here, draw this line all the way across. I'm going to use this. That gives me that black line. So this is a use, which is kind of like a project geometry, if you recognize that terminology. And then I'm going to click on this right here, and it's a 0.75. 0.75, that's the radius. So I got to times that by 2 to make the diameter. So it's a 1.5 inch. And now I got to do dimensions. So let me look at dimensions real quick. Come back down over here. And so the line should be 0.875, and the center of the circle should be 1.375, and it's in the center. So there, it's in the center. All right. So 1.375 and 0.875. So let's go to my dimensions. From here to here is 0.875, and from here to here is 1.375, and from here to here should be 1 inch. So now that's centered. Before I finish here, I'm going to go ahead and put my points, because I got a point over here, I got a point over here, and I got a point somewhere up there. I do know one thing, that this point and this point are horizontal. I also know that this point and this point are vertical. They're right in the center. And then if I come back to my dimensions here, I can see that this is over 0.375. I've already got that one over 1, and that one's 1.625. So 0.375, let me do that one first before I forget. So from here to here, 0.375, and then so that's to this one's 0.375. So to this one, it's 1.625. 1.625. So from here to here is 1.625. Now I gotta do my heights. So this first height is 0.125, and then 0.625. Alright. So from here to here is 0.125. And notice both of them kind of moved a little because I constrained them horizontally. And this is 0.625. Okay? It's happening right on top of that circle. I'm going to trim that out. Oh, it didn't like me doing that. So let's not do that then. We'll just leave it there. It's not going to affect anything. Alright, so let's hit OK. I am going to now select that part up there. I am going to remove it. So see, it's going to be cutting back. So now I just look here. The whole length is 5.5. I need to come back so there's 1.75 left. So I got to subtract those two. I'm too lazy to do that myself. So I'm going to have this 5.5 minus 1.75. I think that was right. So 1.75? Yep, 1.75. So that's kind of looking kind of right. So I like that. So we're good with that, and we're going to merge it with all, and you can check mark. Turn the sketch back on, and I got to do those holes in the front. That's why I'm trying to sketch back on. So these holes are 0.125 and a depth of 0.125. So click on my hole feature, 0.125, depth of 0.125, and that's this hole, and this hole. And you can check. Turn the sketch back off so it gets out of the way. So I got those old holes there. Got the hole in the back. So I'm going to draw on this side. I got to make the little cutout here, and then I'll put the two holes on this side. So let's go for a new sketch. And look at my drawing here. So there's a radius of 0.5, and there's this little piece here. Okay, see that. And okay, that worked. I'm going to do this a little differently, and then I got these two points here. Alright, so this hole here is radius 0.5. It's offset by 1 by 2.5, and it's 175 up. Let's see if I can remember all that. So draw a circle over here, and it was a radius of 0.75 times 2. Nope, that doesn't look right. What was it? Oh, it was a 0.5, so it's a 1. That's easier. So here, let me escape. That should just be a 1. There we go. That's better. Let's me go ahead and dimension it. It's 1.75 up, and from this edge to this edge is 0.25. Okay, but there's straight lines here, so a couple different ways you can do it. You know, you could even come in here and do a center rectangle like this, and just draw your rectangle nice and big, and then do your coincidence. This should be coincident to that. Oh, it doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, because I don't have a point there. Okay. Well, here. Let's just do it this way then. I'm going to take a line, connect it to the top, draw it out here. I'm going to take another line, connect it straight down. I know I'm vertical. I know I'm tangent. And I'm going to connect that here, so it makes a whole shape. That looks good. Let's see if we can trim the circle out on this side. We can. For some reason, it's not saying. Oh, it wants a dimension on that. That's fine. We should still be okay. Put a point here, put a point here, and dimension it. So let's look at those dimensions. So it's 1 inch and 4.5 inches up and a 1/2 inch high. Okay. So dimension 1 inch, 4 point. Oops, went ahead and did 5. Okay, well, and then from here to here is 0.5. All right, let me get out of this. This is supposed to be 4.5, and then I'm going to make this one and this one horizontal. So now they're on the same height of 0.5. Okay, looks good so far. Now let's cut this, this, and this all out. We are removing it, and we're going through all. It's going to cut that notch out. And this little section right here doesn't even really matter, so cuts that whole section out. And yep, we're merging it with all. Looks good. So that'll give us that. Turn the sketch back on. Click on these here and here. Now, these holes, however, are 1/4 inch 20 UNC at a depth of 0.875. There's 4 of them because there's 2 here and then there's 2 on the other side down here. So that's a threaded hole. So I'm going to have to do a simple, yes, blind, yes, ANSI, yes. I don't need clearance, I need tap, that's threaded. I'd have to pick 1/4 of an inch. 20 threads per inch is what I need. There's other options there. I'm not going to change that, but I am going to change the depth to 0.875. I've done this a few times, so it's already there for me. So, green check. Turn that sketch off. Looking good. All I need to do is on this side, same thing. New sketch. And we're going to place our points here and here. I'm going to dimension them from here to here is 1 inch. From here to here is 4.5. Level this guy out. From here to here is 0.5. Make these horizontally constrained, so there, I moved it up, so now they're on the same. And you can check. And then hole. There's the point. And there's the other point. There we go. And everything's set. So all I gotta do is green check it. And so looking good so far. Got those, got those. So the only hole I'm missing is on the very top. So I'll need to offset a plane. So let me look at how high. So basically I got to take 1.375 and add 0.75 to get to the top from the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's click on a plane. I'm doing an offset. I'm going to choose this plane. I need to go the other direction, and it's 1.375 plus 0.75. Looky there, perfectly right on top. You can check. Select this plane. We're going to do a new sketch. We're going to place a point. We're going to place it right there. And I know that from the, well, if I look here, from the front of the train to the back is 0.875. Bring this line down. It's right in the center, 1 inch over. So from here to here is 0.875, and from here to here should be 1 inch. Perfect. Let's go to ISO view. That'll be easiest. And so let's see what this hole is supposed to be. 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch deep. So I'll do my hole note, and we're just going to go, oh yes, it's that. We just want a custom, and it's a 0.5 at a 0.25 depth. Right there. You can check. Hide my plane. Alright, I am almost done. Got all my holes, got all the cutouts, all the notches, so the only thing I left to do is, if I look back over here, it tells me note round all edges 0.1 except for the drill holes. So now I gotta go through here and round all the edges. Sometimes when you're doing the fillet on this, 0.1, so there it is, so it's a 0.1 fillet. Sometimes as you're selecting some of these edges, it will give you an error. Everything turns red. What I've kind of learned is if you do some of your arcs first, it seems to work better. So I'm gonna roll over here to this other side, and some of these little guys, like right here and here and here, give you some errors. So I'm just there it goes. All right, and I'm just working my way around. That. That. This. 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 Alright, let's go back to ISO view. Let's see. And here's the nice thing. If you end up missing one, you can always come back and get it. But I think I got everything. So I'll hit a green check. And go back to my ISO view. So, oops, missed one right there. Look at there. Missed that edge right there. Oh, no, here, let's just do this. Let's just go back to this one. And I'll add that one edge. There we go. Alright. Oops. Sure. See, got that, got that, got that, got that, got that. That looks good. Oh, missed that edge. Go back in here. That edge. Okay, we're still at 0.1. Let me check. There we go. And now I think I got all my edges. So that's how you make the train.